when you're struggling with something about the person you're with over and over and over again, it's because underneath that, you wish they would change that.
Yes.
That's what it is. And when you learn to accept the entire person, not just falling in love with these parts of the person,
Yeah, all
the
of them.
entire person, okay, she is fantastic in all these different ways. However,
Yeah.
she has a very thin nervous system and everything makes her break down. That's the person you're with.
And either accept her or don't be with her.
Exactly. Because then the frustration that comes sometimes is not even about the person. It's about you're wanting to change the person. And that creates a frustration because things are not the way you want them to be.
Yeah.
And then
you're going to suffer.
Struggle.
You're going to suffer.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and listen, we've both done this in the past in previous relationships where we weren't accepted. We didn't accept the people. We wanted people to change. They wanted us to change. And it's just stressful. It just doesn't feel good.
No.
And so
that doesn't mean that throughout the relationship, there's ways in you can grow together.
Yes.
But it's walking next to each other to create that space as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there is a woman or a man with a very, a nervous system that is breaking down and needs a lot of reassurance all the time and everything, it's again, talk about the issue together. How can I support you with this issue? I've noticed this about you. Is there any way I can bring support in our life to create a better life experience for the both of us? Because I see you struggle. So then it becomes also my struggle. How do we do this together?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A big thing that people fight about, and one of the main causes of breakups and divorces is around money conversations, money problems, money issues.
Yes.
And so one of the next things in the process that we took for the premarital counseling was around finances and creating just a sample budget sheet.
Yeah.
And I think this is more than just like a one-time conversation. This is something that we talked about over and over again. And
we can do a whole episode just in that.
Oh yeah, we could. And we will.
Yeah.
Ramit Sethi has a great book that's like, I Will Teach You to Be Rich for couples or something like that. I can't remember the name of it, but we've gone through that.
Yes.
Again, 8 Dates talks about like money stuff. We had like a whole date in this 8 Dates book by the Gottmans, which was around money. And like, it asks us, I think, like 50 questions that we both answer to each other about money.
Yes.
To making sure we're in alignment.
Mm-hmm. Your relationship with money. You may have a different relationship with money than I do.
Everyone has a different relationship with money.
Mm-hmm.
And so you might have similarities within your partner, but you're going to have differences also. And again, it's learning to accept the person. And one of the things that we talked about in here was like the debts you have, the debts I have. We didn't have any debts, but it's like, it's something you talk about is like, is there debt? How are you going to handle this? How does that make you feel if the partner has that?
Yeah.
Whose responsibility is that? Are you merging finances? Who's paying for what? Like these things that you just don't think about, that maybe you assume, and then maybe you think, oh, the man's going to pay for these things and I'm not going to pay for anything when I'm married. Or maybe you say, we're going to split it 50-50, or I've been a big entrepreneur, I'm going to take on the responsibility. And
then 2 years later, you're married, and then one of the two is resentful. You never discuss these things.
Never discuss it.
Or you find out, oh, wait, what? You had all this debt?
Yeah.
And you never told me? Like all of this, I think it's information that is important when you're dating. I think there's a moment.
I mean, we talked about this when we were dating, before engaged.
Yeah.
And I think that's, for me, I was wanting to go through a lot of this stuff when we were dating, because I was like, why get engaged and then break it off?
Yeah.
Like, oh, telling your friends and family in the world, oh, we got engaged, and then it didn't work out 6 months later because we didn't have these conversations.
Yes.
You don't have to.
We had them before getting engaged.
Yes, we did 8 dates before.
Yeah, 8 dates was before.
Which went into money, and I was making sure, are we in alignment? Now, it doesn't mean we went through whose accounts are where and where are we merging money. It wasn't that, but it was like, are we in alignment on money? Mm-hmm. There's like 50 questions through the date that we went through on like money.
Yeah.
And each person has to answer the question. And then if we have a different answer, it was like, okay, what do you really feel about this? How do I feel about this? Yeah. Are you okay if we did it this way? And we got to an alignment on a lot of these things. And it was like, okay, yeah, I'm okay with this, and you're okay with this. Okay, cool. But if we have a big disagreement around money before getting engaged, and we don't resolve that, it's just going to create more stress and chaos and pain for people in engagement, in marriage, because they think they love each other. But I think marriage, again, we're 3 months in, so we're not experts in this, but I think it is about creating peace and creating harmony within alignment on values, vision, and lifestyle, rather than do I love this person and does this person love me? Because that's going to be enough. I just don't think that's enough for people.
It's not enough.
And I've been working on this book the last few years, Make Money Easy, which was all about healing your relationship with money. And I think when each individual goes through that process of healing their relationship with money, you have more peace and harmony coming together as well, because you don't have fears, anxieties, limitations blocking you from feeling free with money.
Also, you know what else? It's good to read that book together.
Huge.
Your book, but as couples, read it together, because a bunch of the questions and examples that you come up in the book, you can share with each other. So 100%. It helps to share what the experience of money is being for each other, and then it helps you to understand your partner. Yeah. Because what's underneath any fight of money, for a lot of people, is trust. For example, appreciation. There's another one. I buy her all these different things, and then, but she does.
All she does is complain
and all this, and she just doesn't care. So she's not valuing my effort. Not valuing my job. Not valuing what I bring to the table for the both of us. So it's feeling unappreciated underneath, or he's not sharing any of his finances. Why? It's weird. What's going on? Oh, well, it's a matter of trust.
Or he's cheap, or he's whatever it is.
It's a matter of trust. So there's deeper things underneath what the conflict about money is.
And if you guys want us to do a whole episode on money and relationships, let us know in the comments below.
Also, because in that whole episode, we can talk about the prenup.
Oh yeah, everything.
We can talk about, oh my God, it's such a good episode.
The whole process. So if you want more of that, or if you have problems with that, let us know in the comments below. So that was just part of it. Again, this could be a whole weeks for people to go through from that. Then we went over married intimacy.
Oh my God, that was so beautiful and so important. And
I can't remember that part, but what was the main part of it?
So the main thing about intimacy in married couples, which is beautiful, is that one of the things is that we think marriage is a finish line. Oh, we got there, great. Now she's my wife, forget about the lover. When it's like, you know what? Before we got there, I was getting ready for you to go out on a date. You were getting ready for me to go out on a date. We would go on a date together. We'd make it fun, joyful, special.
Yeah, it's also, I was taking care of my health before, you were taking care of your health before, and you can't just let go of yourself because you're married now. It's like taking care of your health, taking care of your mind, getting ready for each other to go out and experience life and go on dates, like all those things.
Yeah, the way they talk about it in the workshop also is that, because a lot of people think, oh, if you're in a Christian workshop or in a Catholic workshop, it's like, you never talk about sex. We should never, that's
no, but they talk about it.
No, they talk about it because they tell you your husband and your wife is there to enjoy each other. That is literally another avenue of God's love for you. That is there for you. So there's the way to build intimacy has everything to do with everything we discussed before. You're not going to feel like you want to be intimate with me if I'm complaining about you all day long. If I'm complaining about the life we have all day long. If you feel unappreciated, you're going to be like, I don't even know if I want this. Or maybe you just want that, and then you'll be like, because I don't want, it's all encompassing everything, and it's an opportunity and a gift that God gives us to enjoy each other's love in a physical way.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want more inspiring clips like this, make sure to click right here to subscribe and click right here to watch that next video that is specific to support you in your life.